Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So we are finally really in the holiday mode. Got my little holiday candle here, my Michael Bublé Christmas album on repeat. So you know, I'm trying to get into the festive spirit as much as I can over here. If you follow me on Snapchat or Instagram, then you must have known that I've been having such extreme technical difficulties with my computer trying to get my past 2 videos up. So if anyone wants to get me an IT for Dummies book, then I would really appreciate that, because your girl is really struggling out here. Hopefully I can get this one up. So for today's video, I really wanted to do a very holiday glam inspired look, very cranberry tones, warm, a little smoky eye, nude lip action. But yeah, if you guys want to see how I possibly get that look, then just keep on watching. I'm gonna start by pinning this hair back. I have like every track I've ever owned in my hair right now. So what I'm gonna do first is start off with the eyes, because I feel like the eyes might be a little heavy, so if we do get some fallout, I can just wipe it off and it won't mess up our face if we already had it on. So I'm going to start off with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot as usual to prime my eyes, and that's just gonna give us a base for the colors to stick onto. It'll show more opaque, as well as helping us to keep our eyeshadow on longer. So as always, the next thing I'm gonna do is set that eye primer, and I'm just gonna go into the shade Bay from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. With the fluffy brush, I'm just gonna put that all over. So I was never able to get up my other video, but if you follow me on Instagram, then you would have seen kind of a little mini clip where I used the Jaclyn Hill palette for the very first time. It's a little beat up now because it's had a lot of loving ever since, but I'm gonna be using the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collaboration palette today to do my eyes. So for a transition shade, I'm gonna go in with this color first to start off, and we're gonna put that in the crease. And these shadows are really nicely made. Like the colors, the pigmentation, the formula of it is really nice. They're really smooth, really easy to blend out. So the next shade that I'm gonna be going in with is this one, which is the second shade on the second row. And we're just gonna use this to further define the crease. So now with the tapered blending brush, we're gonna start going in with the more cranberry colored shades. So I'm gonna start with this one right in the center. It's more of like a burnt orange brown shade, and I'm gonna put that right in my crease. And as you can see, this shade is super pigmented, like a little bit kind of is going like a long way. And as you can see, I'm kind of putting my brush into the crease and a little bit tilted up so that the brush hairs will blend the shadows that are on top, because we're going to be cleaning up that lid, so we don't really need a lot of color on the lid itself. So just like that, so it just blends that top bit. Next, with that same brush, I'm going to be going into the shade right next to the one we previously just used, and it is a cranberry brown type of shade. And I'm going to focus that a little lower on the crease as well as the outer corner. And as always, I'm just going to go back in with the fluffy brush and blend everything back out, just so it is a seamless blend throughout the whole eyeshadow. So at this stage, once I have kind of like a draft of how the eyeshadow is going to look, I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease with some concealer, and then we're going to go in and kind of tweak everything up. So I'm just going to cut the crease with some more of the Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And so to set that eyelid, I'm going to be using the last cranberry shade of this row. It is a cranberry sparkly shade. And I'm just going to pack her on with this random flat brush. Okay, first of all, this brush is too big, so I'm gonna go in with another one. And what I'm gonna do different is I'm gonna get some MAC Fix Plus spray, and I'm gonna spray my brush and then use a shimmer just so it can come out a little bit more intense. than what it is right now. Much better. So what I'm gonna do is go into the new Huda Beauty Obsessions Electric palette, and this palette is really cool because it's actually not a mini palette, because all of the shades that come in here are actually the size of the actual palette itself. So it's not really a mini, it's more like a travel friendly palette. What we're gonna do is use this red just to bring out the more cranberry tones of this look. And I'm gonna start this off on the outer corner. So now that we added that cranberry red in there, I'm gonna go in to the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, and I'm gonna take this shade right here called Fling with my finger, and I'm gonna apply that over the other cranberry lid color. You know what I'm saying? And then with a dome brush, I'm gonna go into Bossy Purple shade from that same Huda Beauty palette, and we're going to pack that on the outer corner. And very lightly in the crease. Next, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of liner on my top lashes and add some falsies, you already know. So I'm gonna use my favorite ones of all time, as always, Lily Lashes NYC. I'm just gonna apply these and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we have the eyes at the top pretty much done, we're gonna move on to the face. So as always, I'm gonna start off with color correcting with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the orange shade. And I'm just gonna go underneath my eyes and on any other trouble areas I have. Guys, I've really found out like the secret to getting rid of scars, and it is vitamin E oil. I've been using it on my cheeks or little problem areas, and it is working so well. So I also ordered a derma roller on Black Friday. So I'm waiting for that to come in the mail, and I will let you guys know how that works. But I am super, super excited because I've heard so many good things. So I'm trying to get this skin right before I go home. So we'll see. So one of the main important things is you really want to have glowy, pretty skin for the holidays, but you also want full coverage, right? So what I'm going to do is take the Cover FX Illuminating Drops. This is in the shade Sunlight, I think. But I'm just going to put this on the high points before foundation. And this stuff goes a long way, so I kind of try to be a little careful with it. I'm just going to blend that in with my Beauty Blender. As you can see, it gives a really, really nice sheen, but a little definitely goes a long way. Like I can put that on my forehead. Okay, we do we. And for foundation today, I'm going to be using the new Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. It is really good and it's a very matte finish formula. It doesn't really make you too dewy. It lasts a long time, and the coverage is out of this world, like y'all are about to see. And you barely need one pump even. Like that's more than enough. It's really, really good. And I'm in the shade Baklava 340G. So as you can see, with like the littlest amount that I just added on my Beauty Blender, it's already covered this whole cheek area, and you really can't see any of the scars that I had on there before, or any of that orange color corrector that we had put on. It also does have a really strong scent to it, but I happen to really like the scent that it comes in. I like when things smell good, so I really don't have a problem with it being so scented. So as you can see, the coverage on it is really nice. It's really not giving off any type of dewy finish. It is very matte, very full coverage, but you can also build it up. So next, to continue with our full coverage trend, I'm gonna go in with my tried and true Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Light Medium. And I'm sure this is coming as no surprise, but to set my concealer, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This is truly the only baking I'm doing this holiday season. And while that bakes, I'm going to quickly redo my eyebrows. If you guys want to see an in-depth eyebrow tutorial, I will link it down below. I do have that on my channel. So yeah, I'll be right back. Now that we have that taken care of, we're going to go ahead and work on the lower lash line. Next, I'm just going to be taking the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette again. I'm going to be using the shade Man Eater and Bossy. And then with a flatter, fluffy brush, I'm gonna go into the shade Sandalwood just to buff everything out. And lastly, for the eyes, we're just gonna pop some mascara on those lower lashes, and then we're gonna move on to finish the rest of the face. I'm going to be using the shade Java from Anastasia to contour today. And for blush today, I'm gonna be taking MAC's Peaches. And for highlight today, I'm gonna be using one of my favorites recently. It is a Hustler Baby shade from Fenty. And last but not least for this look, for lips, I'm gonna first begin by taking my Hover Lip Liner by MAC, and I'm gonna line my lips with this. And then I'm gonna be taking the Kylie Cosmetics Literally Gloss on top, and I've fallen back in love with this gloss. It is so flattering and really pretty and very opaque. And very last but not least, I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Melted Latex Gloss. It's just a clear one right on top. Okay, you guys, and this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up. It helps me out a lot when you guys do that. So yeah, go ahead and follow me on all my socials, and all the products that I use in this video will be listed down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.